Alrighty, everyone. Hope you guys have been enjoying the sessions today. It's Matt again. I'm a Senior Partner Development Associate here at ShipBob. I'm excited to introduce Elizabeth Cruz, Senior Director of Merchant Strategy at Daasity for her session, Data-Driven Strategies to Retain New Black Friday, Cyber Monday Customers and Maximize LTV. You may receive a Viore gift card if you ask questions and engage with Elizabeth, so feel free to do that. Elizabeth, feel free to share your screen and take it away.
All right. Sounds good. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining today. I know the ShipBob team has a lot of great content packed together for you today. So excited to be here and part of the crew. As Matthew mentioned, I'm Elizabeth. I head up our merchant strategy and consulting team here at Daasity, and excited to chat with you today about some of the Black Friday, Cyber Monday trends we saw and strategies to retain all of these new customers you just acquired. So briefly want to get into what is Daasity if you're not familiar with us. So our platform unifies your digital and retail data into a single view. So we consolidate your business performance across your online and offline channels. And then layered on top of our platform, we do have our agency team that assists with anything from custom data modeling, since you have unique business needs, to strategy and insight gathering. So what does this mean in practice? We are the only solution right now that, again, unifies your offline channels. So if you're a retailer, or if you're selling in retailers like Whole Foods, Costco, if you're a beauty brand in Sephora, Ulta, if you're looking for syndicated data from something like Spins, we have that. We then also have your traditional digital Shopify, kind of Shopify and Amazon ecosystem suite as well. So able to really unify the data so you folks can get a true omni-channel view into and insights. So what we do is maintain your data infrastructure so that you can get from data modeling to insights faster. We do have a ton of really valuable pre-built dashboards and reports available to you, blended omni-channel retail and e-commerce data, traffic and site performance, marketing and attribution, merchandising and inventory. There's a lot packed into the platform, and we'll share some of the insights we were able to derive based off of merchant performance this holiday season through our platform. So Black Friday, the data is in across the board. So as many of you know, I'm sure, Shopify reported 11.5 billion in sales this year, up 24% to last year. In-store traffic for Shopify brands was down a bit, but really compelling here, or like the main point of this data that I think is interesting is that nearly 2/3 of purchases were made by new customers. So we know that Black Friday, Cyber Monday is a time where brands and marketers really focus on acquiring these customers. And it's great if you're able to do that, get a large bump through the holiday season in sales. But how can you then sustain that growth, maintain these customers, get them to come back and repurchase, which is what we'll be talking more about today. So general Black Friday, Cyber Monday strategies that we saw this year. A lot of week-long site-wide promotions. So Black Friday, for the last several years, has not just been isolated to the weekend timeframe. You see more and more brands opting for week-long promotions. Typically, you're going to see a 20, 25, maybe 30% site-wide promo. And that maintained consistent this year with what we saw with the brands that we work with. And in general, these promos led to a 25 to 30% lift in sales year over year. So in general, like really strong performance for a lot of the brands that we work with in this time frame. But I think the things that stood out to me were offers that included a gift with purchase with their site-wide promotion, offers that in addition to a site-wide promotion, had very distinct daily drops. So maybe it's a deeper discount in a specific product or a launch of a new category at this time. And then something compelling that we also saw was offering still your traditional site-wide, but offering a greater discount if a customer opted to add on subscription. So if you're a subscription business, that's something like really compelling to think about. And what stands out to these this kind of enhancement of the offering to us is that by adding another layer and not just doing a blanket site-wide promotion, it encourages customers to interact with your brand more, which means you have a greater chance at retention over the subsequent months. So if a customer comes to you, they're almost expecting some sort of site-wide discounting at this point. If you offer them a gift with purchase in addition to this, that gives them the opportunity to either keep that item for themselves, maybe gift it to someone since it's the holiday gifting season. So you're potentially like doubling the impact of the order by including a gift with purchase at this point. Offering distinct daily drops throughout the holiday weekend encourages customers to come back to your site multiple times. It generates interest, engagement, things that are really important for your overall brand story and engagement long term. And then obviously, if you offer a greater discount for a subscription, then you are guaranteeing you will have at minimum, say like 3 months worth of interaction with this brand, meaning that they will likely continue on thereafter as long as they're bought into the product. So something we think a lot about at Daasity is really simplifying ways to grow your business. So we just went through this period, right, where like the data shows we acquired a ton of new customers. It was a really successful holiday week for us. So now that we have these new customers, we want them to come back and repurchase. So how do you do that? How do we focus on these new customers who are now existing customers? And that's either, well, let's get them to purchase a new product, something different from what their initial purchase was. Or if they're going to purchase the same product, are they repurchasing it for themselves or are they repurchasing it and gifting it to someone new? So kind of the right hand side of this graphic is what we'll be focusing on as like the long tail strategy that comes after this Black Friday, Cyber Monday acquisition period. All right, so segmentation. This is something really, really valuable, really important for brands to focus on, which is why we're recommending you focus here after your big Black Friday, Cyber Monday, new customer acquisition period. So you have this new group of customers who have like just entered your ecosystem. How do you want to go talk to them? So email and SMS, your like tried and true retention channel. This will be your cheapest marketing channel to nurture any newly acquired customers. So you still have a handful of weeks, right, before holiday. Can you get them to repurchase again? Or can you start building that brand interaction? Can you share product tutorial, tips and tricks, collect feedback via a post-purchase survey, any way to keep them engaged during the initial 2 to 4 to 6 weeks after this purchase period gives you an increased opportunity or like increases your chances that they will come back and repurchase long term. Tactically, what you like, the type of engagement and offering and email that you send them at this point, you have moved past your blanket 20% off promotion, right? Like they've already entered as a discount shopper. So how do you go increase AOV, increase LTV, increase repurchase rate at this point? Well, you should have data that tells you of the products that customers come to you with, what ends up being higher, like what products as an entry product end up having higher LTV over time, and how can you then go remarket, get these distinct type of products in front of your customers. You can encourage them to purchase from a different vertical within your assortment. So say you are a brand who sells cookware and someone bought your pots and pans to start. Can you then market to them your bakeware instead to encourage some cross-selling, get them to purchase again more quickly? Vuori is a brand that we work with. They do this very well, right? Where their kind of hero product, a lot of customers start by purchasing their Sunday performance jogger, and then they remarket them and can encourage them to purchase. Maybe it's a shirt, maybe it's a hat, maybe it's a jogger in another colorway. But like you create these complementary verticals to go market to your customers. Bundles, I think a lot of brands have success with bundles around the holidays. So what is a compelling bundle you can offer at this point? And then, as I mentioned before, sweeten that deal with samples, with some sort of gift with purchase. The customer thinks that these are added bonuses, and either they will keep them for themselves or gift them and get more people exposure to your brand. Something I think a lot of customers don't, or a lot of brands don't necessarily think about at this time, is margin. Margin does matter. It kind of depends on where you're at in your life cycle of a brand. If you're smaller in that growth mode, definitely you're going to focus more on customer acquisition over profit margins. But as you grow and you need to shift that focus to profitability, you want to leverage specific higher margin products in your campaigns, and ideally like increase that AOV, increase LTV. So this is your Black Friday, Cyber Monday customers, your newly acquired customers. But at this time frame, you should also be marketing to your high value customers too, right? Your loyal customers, the ones who do come back and repurchase. And at the same time, think about how can I get my new customers to graduate into a high value customer. So at this time, what you want to be doing is roll out your VIP treatment, give them early access to sales, early access to new collections and product launches, personalized thank you messages. Again, everyone likes freebies included in their orders. Do they get some sort of priority support? How can you celebrate them and give them first access to limited edition product launches? So with that being said, I know we have like a minute or so left, so I'll probably stop there and see if anyone has questions that I can help answer.
Yes. Yeah, we do have a few questions. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed your presentation on customer segments and bundling strategies. Definitely worked on me. One question from Rachel. What key post Black Friday, Cyber Monday metrics should brands prioritize in Daasity to identify growth opportunities and reduce customer churn before the holiday season ends?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the main metrics to look at are first the kind of gross or net sales, right? Pick your poison, but of the segments. So the key here is actually being able to split out the customers into segments, which you can do based on purchase behavior through our platform. So step one, look at the volume of people in these groups and the total sales, then start looking at margin, tracking their repurchase rate as a cohort over time, and start inserting strategic targeted campaigns at them to see if that repurchase rate goes up or down.
Awesome. Yeah. Elizabeth, feel free to drop your email in the chat. I know we
Yeah.
have questions from Maureen, Lucinda, and thank you everyone for joining us today. Enjoy your next session. Aaron is going to be presenting, and we will also follow up on the gift card. Feel free to join Elizabeth in the virtual booth as well for any additional questions. But thank you so much, and everyone enjoy your next session.
Thank you.